Hello friends, Sunsfan here with what I am calling the POG vlog. This is for August 2020. We haven't really talked about our custom game in a while, and I'll tell you why that is and all the stuff that we're planning for the future. I'm not sure how often I want to do this. For now, it looks like, according to this title, it's going to be monthly, but again, we'll see. It's not like this is going to prevent me from making more than one video per month. So for those that are interested in our custom game mode, pathofguardians.com is the website for it. If you haven't heard of it, then stay tuned for more stuff to come. So let's talk about the current state and a lot of frequently asked questions. So the mod came out and it was more successful than I thought it was going to be originally, if I'm being honest. Like, this was more of a passion project. I had no idea how it was going to go. I didn't really have super high expectations. I was hoping it wasn't going to be a dud, similar to Chip, for those that remember that mod. And very successful at first, and then kind of as expected, when the TI Battle Pass came out, pretty much all incentive was stripped away from playing a game mode that is you can compare to something like turbo mode. So more people are playing turbo mode now because it counts towards their TI Battle Pass, which I totally understand. And it's actually one of the reasons that we tried getting this mod out before and were successful for about a month before the actual TI Battle Pass came out. That was a huge concern, and it was, again, very expected. So the player base right now is very low. I think it goes between somewhere at like the lowest it gets at one time is around 30 to 40. And I see it in like the 80 to 100s during the peaks of each day, which honestly, for a game mode that there's almost no incentive in playing via the in-game structure, pretty good. I can't be too sad about that. So what we're kind of planning to do, and I'm, again, going to illustrate a lot of the little stuff that we're going to be adding in the near future, but really we're kind of laying it low, if I'm being honest. And once the TI Battle Pass is up, which is like mid to late September, that's where we're going to make some strong pushes, which I will, again, be going over in specifics here. A frequently asked question, why do we not enable lever protection? So this is kind of a complicated thing to explain. We know that leaving games is a problem. You'll notice that almost no custom games have lever protection on, and that's for a couple reasons. Number one, they don't really need them as much as we would in theory, because a lot of them are like either not 1v1s, but you're playing by yourself. Like, for example, Auto Chess. There's 8 players, but they're solo games, essentially. You're not relying on other people to play the game necessarily, or at least not everybody at the same time. For us, obviously, that's not the case. Like, if you played turbo mode and people left all the time, that would be awful. But the problem is there's not enough support in-game to actually make this happen the way that we would want to. So we've enabled it from time to time, and what happens is people get disconnected for whatever reason. There's instability within, whether it's the mod itself, which I think we fixed most of that at this point, or within Dota itself. If the Dota coordinator is down, then they can't play games for over an hour. If they, like right now, there's a bug. If you queue into a game and somebody doesn't accept in your party, everybody cannot play for like 5 minutes, and it just keeps adding on. And that's because they were Valve put that in somewhat recently to try to fix some of the issues with bots, which I'll get into in a second as well, but it made things worse for mods like us. So the short of the answer is lever protection is not on for now until Valve kind of fixes custom games. I know it sucks, but that's just the state of things, unfortunately. That's just what we have to deal with. And in terms of custom game issues, this is another thing. In addition to that, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed within the custom game realm. And there's been conversations with Valve, with not only myself, but the mod community as a whole. And I believe that they will be doing something about that eventually. The problem is Battle Pass has taken priority, which is totally understandable. And it really sucks because there's one specific issue, which I'll explain really quickly. If you go into the first tab of the arcade in the Dota 2 game, I've talked about this on the podcast before, it lists the games that have the most lobbies open at the moment, right? So I don't know if the majority of people look for games that way, but I know a lot of people do. And the problem with that is having a quote-unquote open lobby means that the lobby cannot fill, right? It means typically there needs to be, let's say there's 40 lobbies up. That means 40 lobbies are not starting in quick succession for whatever reason. And that the reason for that is the quote-unquote trick of, if you want to call it that, is to create a custom game server. Like, let's say you made a POG game on an account that was in South Africa, just as a region that a lot of people you won't be able to start a game anyway, right? For the most part. So you do that and you make 40 of these bots to do the same thing. So you have these endless lobbies that are actually open that are used in a way to kind of advertise your game, right? So if you go into the Dota 2 client right now, you will see a bunch of mods doing that. So we, as of yet, because I am a principled person, I have refused to do this, even though it would help the mod. And I've told Valve about this, and I don't feel good about it because it is an easy fix in theory. I just have not stooped that low yet. If we get to September and the battle pass is over and we're trying to push for the game to be more successful, I might have to do something sketchy like that. I don't know. The problem is everybody else does it and we don't. Again, that's not the reason that there's a low player base right now, but going forward, it is something to be concerned about. And again, there's a lot of other custom game issues, which I won't get into, that Valve knows about at this point. So hopefully that gets fixed. Then the last frequently asked question, the battle pass rewards that you will get from POG. If we ever come out with another one in the future, you don't have to worry about it. Anything you unlock via the battle pass, you will keep forever. That is, I'm saying this now and forevermore. We haven't been as upfront for whatever reason. I've made some posts on Reddit and whatnot, but yes, just in stone, you will not lose your battle pass rewards. In addition, if you join discord.gg/sunsfan, for people that are maybe having trouble finding POG games right now or just want to have a community of people that play POG, that's the official place to do so. I play a lot on stream. I stream like 3-4 days a week. Do a lot of alpha testing, which I'll talk about in a second as well, on stream as well. So if you want to take part in those games, that's the best place to try to do so. I should have mentioned there is a concept art here for Jeremy Kahn, for those that remember the old chip mod. I'm just going to be putting these on each slide just to remind you that these are coming soon to a game near you. Next, updates we've made. This is Warp Beast, by the way. In case you missed it, things that we've done, I've done a lot more than this, obviously, but for those that maybe paid attention for the first week or two and then did not afterwards, which is understandable, again, just to update you on what we've actually put in the game. So, number one, we've enabled swapping permanently. This is based on community feedback. Was never the plan to enable swapping, but people were real angry when we disabled it. And after thinking about it, it's a casual mode. It's fine. If people feel that strongly about something, we will certainly listen to it. Number two, we've balanced heroes within a certain threshold of a win percentage. So we're not going for, it's not like Dota, right? We're not, and even Dota doesn't do this for every single hero, but we're not going for 50% win rates across the board. We have a number in mind, and as long as they're within that threshold, it's fine. So the heroes that were like 60% win rate and above, those had to be toned down quite a bit, which we've done. We tried the reverse for heroes that were real bad, like the Nature's Prophets of the world. I think Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter did get a little bit better because of our changes. We don't want to buff them too much, though, to the point that they lose their identity. And the reason for that is the main reason we created the mod was to incentivize newer players to get into Dota, right? And if you change the heroes too much, then they start to lose their identity, and then it just becomes like a crazy game mode. I did not want that to go in that direction. I think, we'll make tweaks here and there that make sense for the game mode specifically, but at the end of the day, there's going to be a few heroes that just suck. Broodmother, probably one of them. Anywho, you can also see enemy hero pool and reroll hidden. So what this means is during the pick screen for POG, you can now see all of the choices that the enemy has, which I think is a really cool, even mind games to a certain point, but a really cool dynamic in the pick stage. So you can kind of plan around that to a degree with like your suggestions to your ally team and whatnot. And then the thing that we added that was actually a suggestion from Bulldog was to, we added a random button for Bulldog, which you random within the pool of heroes that you have. But the thing we also added was you could re-roll a hero, and it's actually hidden to the enemy. So that's kind of, again, some mind games being played there, which I thought worked out really well. I'm really happy with that. We also added a fourth Guardian, the Guardian of Thirst, which is the lifesteal/spell lifesteal spider that you guys voted on. That is something we're going to continue to do, by the way. add Guardians. I don't see a point in not adding more. We also added a new announcer pack for those that really could not stand my voice. We got a lot of complaints about that one, actually. This one was created by an actual professional voice actor, and it's legit. It's also a future hero that will be coming out with a big update that we have planned. We also added tipping. That's a little bit buggy right now. Not tipping. Tipping is actually fine. Tipping with poggers, so you can actually... You're not giving your poggers; they're just created out of thin air, but the people that receive them are actual poggers that you can spend, which I love the idea of that. And we added high fives, which that's the one that's slightly buggy. People can spam it right now. It will get fixed at some point. All right, moving on. Future updates. This hero, I can't wait for this one. This one I've been playing a lot on stream. His model's not actually done yet. This is just a concept art. He's based off of Zephyr from Heroes of New Earth, for those that are wondering. And my boy Brax helped out with the concept. So future updates for the Battle Pass, you'll notice the only thing we have not added in yet that says coming soon are the balloons, and it turns out that they are just either impossible or very difficult to get to work for custom games. This is from the coders, so I can't speak for myself. But we'll think of something else to replace them in the near future for those that have been looking forward to unlocking that stuff. Probably like if we can get it to work, spray paints or something like that, we'll see. Also, once the player base has stabilized, we talked about coming up with a ranked mode for POG, in which case the MMR will reset. That's the one thing that will reset. So right now that number pretty much means nothing. This is for people that want to get a little bit more competitive with POG and whatnot. Again, like I said, new Guardians will be coming. That should have an S on the end. New Guardians will be coming out, which you guys will be voting on. Essentially, I think, we had a vote of 3. So you guys vote for 1, and the other 2 that were the losers will continue on to the next round, if that makes sense. We'll add another edition to go up against the 2 old ones. We'll also be coming out with a new subscription model for Battle Pass accelerators. This will essentially add more bang for your buck in terms of if people are using the Battle Pass accelerators, this will create more incentive to use them, and it'll give us more stable income as a result. We also want to do some tournaments in the future. I've been saying this one forever. Just got to find somebody with a few $1,000s to give away to you, the community, for something like that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I'm personally very excited. And then a lot of general bug fix. I think in the next month and a half that we're kind of laying low. I want to get out a lot of these bug fixes. A couple that come to mind initially, the buyback bug where it's golden on top, but you can't buy back. That's just a visual bug. We just got to fix that. The Guardians, for those, a lot of people still don't know this, but the North Guardian gives vision during the day. South Guardian gives vision at night. And if Luna ults or Phoenix ults, anybody, Night Stalker ults, anybody that changes the day-night cycle actually bugs the the vision for a while. So I'd like to get that one fixed as well. And there's a lot of smaller ones in addition. And the big 2.0 update that will be coming in hopefully September after the Battle Pass is POG 4v4 Chaos, which we are currently alpha testing. And again, on stream, my stream, twitch.tv/SunsFanTV. I've been testing this a lot. It's going to have RD style picks and bans. So you'll have more of a pool of heroes to choose from than regular POG. Mid lane is split. You'll have a bunch of custom heroes. There's 4 Guardians on the map, which all have slightly nerfed buffs. There will be turbo mode couriers, and Fountain will have full regeneration. So the point of this mode is to create, as the name suggests, a chaotic kind of gameplay experience. Things are actually faster paced than 3v3. They're more casual. And like I said, we'll have custom heroes, so that's why we wanted to kind of put that all into the same boat. So you can see the mini-map here of our alpha test. Again, keep in mind that this is an alpha, so things will change. Kind of just put together a map that had the general layout that we wanted, and then once we're happy with that layout, we will polish it up. These little things, you can see my mouse, right? Yeah. I'm on the Radiant right here, so these are the 2 Guardians that I can see, and then these are the other 2 here. So essentially, each side kind of has their own Guardians. Doesn't mean that the Dire can't go kill these, but they'll have harder time getting to it unless they're completely stomping. And this is like a bigger jungle area, which I'm not sure how I feel about. But the big thing, in addition to having couriers and full fountain regen, is this barrier here, and it kind of splits the lane into 2 lanes just for this area. It's still the same amount of towers as 3v3, which we'll call 3v3 Classic, but the lane splits here. So at the beginning of the game, a lot of times, and because it's a 4v4, it's split into 2 dual lanes, right? So 2v2s to start the game, which I have found extremely fun. Really looking forward to showing you guys more of that. And yeah, I'm really excited about this map. So we're going to have 2 maps that was the plan all along, was to have the classic 3v3 and then something that we could put our custom heroes into, which turns into this 4v4. So yeah, that's basically it. This is one of the new heroes that's going to be coming out with the 2.0 patch. His name is Mifune. You might recognize him from our announcer pack. His model is completely done. His concept is a little weird. We kind of went a little weird with this one, which I am, you know me, I love that kind of stuff. And then the other hero that will be coming out with 2.0 is the one that you saw earlier, named Thunderboar, which is based off of Zephyr. And after that, we have, like right now, we have 6 or 7 playable custom heroes. They just haven't, the stuff that takes forever is actually just the models and making sure the animations work. And the effects, I guess. So yeah, that is the update on POG and its future. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you have any suggestions, anything that you're concerned about or want to give feedback on, by all means. And anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, Suns fan signing out. Goodbye.